We often talk about feelings and mood interchangeably, but social scientists point out some differences. How you feel is largely determined by your mental health, and your mood is more about that day-to-day emotions, and those can go up and down, as we know, pretty easily. Well, my next guest wants to help master your mood. From the good to the bad to the neutral, she believes we shouldn't allow our circumstances to call the shots. Therapist and clinical social worker Nichole Conrad joins me. Welcome to Studio 5, Nichole.
Thank you.
Now, I love this concept. I was telling you earlier, I think this applies so much to women in our day-to-day, like you were saying. But the first I want to start at the beginning. We often talk about good moods and bad moods, but how would you describe the word mood and the concept overall?
Sure, yeah. So to me, mood is pretty synonymous with our emotions, or what, like you said, what we're experiencing in the present moment. It's such a natural reaction and part of our kind of experience of being human. But I want to point out what you mentioned is that idea that we label emotions good or bad, or have a good mood or a bad mood. And that in and of itself can be problematic because it creates judgment around what we're feeling. And so what I would propose is that the language we use around emotion can actually make it better or worse. And so to me, when I'm helping people, clients in therapy, it's not about, well, this is a good feeling and this is a bad one. It's just, this is just what you're feeling, and it's part of just day-to-day life and being human.
Okay, so you have a person that's, you say you've mastered, if a person has mastered their mood, what have they done? First, you say they've let go of that negative self-judgment.
Absolutely. Oftentimes what I see with clients when they're in therapy, they'll start off with, okay, this is going to sound so crazy, or I'm being so ridiculous, or I'm so dramatic. And then they'll tell me what they're experiencing, and I'll think, that's so normal. I totally understand why you feel that way. And it's so healing in therapy when people hear what you're experiencing is normal. It's okay to feel that way. And so I would recommend that that's what people do for themselves, is that, again, an emotion is just part of our day-to-day experience. It's normal. There's reasons we feel the way that we do. And so if you can let go of that criticism or that sense of like, I should feel this way or I should feel that way, it actually makes it easier to move through the emotion and to, again, master it, so to speak.
I think that what you said about feeling normal, that
Yes.
is so powerful.
Right.
And it kind of pushes into this next point that you say, it's just recognizing that all emotions are information. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. It's moving away from giving a negative meaning or a judgment towards what we're feeling. It's just saying, okay, I might be feeling jealous in this moment. What does that tell me? I might be feeling nervous, like getting ready to be interviewed on TV. I'm feeling nervous. Well, it's because I want it to go well. There's nothing wrong with being nervous or about feeling resentful. Obviously, what you do with it is important, but at the end of the day, the emotion itself is not wrong. It's just, okay, I'm feeling this way. What is it telling me, and what do I want to do with that information moving forward?
That breakdown is powerful, and what that's truly saying, you're feeling an emotion, but what it's saying inside of you. I actually love that. I've never processed it in that way. Next, you're saying suppression is not the same thing as control.
Yeah, so you might look at someone who who would you say is mastered their mood, is really good at managing their emotions. Those aren't people that don't feel, and it's not people that are really good at just stuffing it away and not feeling at all. It's people that can feel that emotion, welcome those without judgment, and then say, okay, what do I want to do with this feeling? And so just because you've suppressed or pushed away an emotion doesn't mean you've dealt with it. It means you've just swept it under the rug. And actually, one phrase that helps is the idea that buried feelings never die. So you might think, okay, well, I just kind of ignored it, I pushed it away, but typically those things will grow over time, and then you're dealing with a much bigger emotion because it's grown and grown and grown because you haven't dealt with it.
And you keeping it inside.
Right.
So next you're saying focus on what's in your control.
Yes, okay. So I'd like you to picture that there is like a circle around you, and everything in that circle is what you can control. And really it comes down to three things: your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. And when you focus on that, it actually helps you feel more in control. It helps you feel more empowered. A lot of times what people get tripped up on is they're worried about what you're doing, what you're thinking, life circumstances. There's nothing wrong with wanting things to go a certain way, but let's say I'm really worried about you liking me. I want your approval. So I'm gonna worry about doing just the right thing to change how you act. That actually creates a sense of being out of control. And so when you can say, all I can do is focus on myself and how I handle a situation, it actually makes you feel more in control by worrying about what's in that circle and letting go of everything that's outside of that.
I love that circle method. I think that is something so powerful when you put it in that. Oh,
Right.
That's so great. Okay, last you say identify the unmet need.
Sure. So think about if you're feeling lonely, okay? And again, we're thinking about in terms of information. So I'm feeling lonely. Okay, this is telling me that I might need some connection right now. So instead of maybe suppressing that feeling or, scrolling on social media, I'm gonna listen to what's going on for me and then say, what can I do about it? Or maybe I'm feeling some resentment. Okay, well, it sounds like I might need to have a conversation with someone about what I'm feeling, things like that. And so when you can attend to yourself and attend to what you're feeling, you're more likely to feel successful in dealing with those emotions and take care of whatever is going on. Think about like if you were to get a bruise or a scraped knee, you would attend to it right away. You'd put a Band-Aid on it or you'd nurse it if you twisted your ankle. We're not so good about doing that with our emotions. So it's that same concept. If you're feeling if you're having one of those more complex, messy emotions, listen to what's going on and then address what you feel like you need in that moment to help resolve those feelings and move on.
Such good information, Nichole. Where can we find more from you?
Well, I am lucky to work with Resilient Life Counseling in Farmington, and so you're welcome to find me on the website. I have one more class in this motherhood workshop series I'm doing, and there's information on our website at resilientlifecounseling.com. And so if you're a mother and want some help with being the best mom you can be, go on our website and join me next week.
So good. Thanks.